Okay, so we're ready to begin. My name is Jim Anderson. I lead the government innovation programs at Bloomberg Philanthropies. We are here today to announce the winners of the 2014 Mayor's Challenge. The Mayor's Challenge is an innovation competition. Our goal is to encourage city leaders, mayors, to generate bold, new approaches that solve major challenges and improve city life. And importantly, we're looking for ideas that have potential to spread, for transferable ideas. I'm very delighted to be able to introduce two key special guests who are going to reveal our winners for all of you here today. The first is our founder, Michael Bloomberg. This is a man who is so passionate and so believes in the power of cities to drive solutions to our global challenges that he's focused all of us at the foundation on nurturing, supporting, and elevating city innovation and city innovators from around the globe. You'll be hearing much more from Mike in a moment. We're also joined today by Bertine Nahum, a member of our selection committee, which just convened at the OECD to choose the 5 winners. Before I introduce Bertine and our big news, let's start with a short video that summarizes the top 21 ideas from the European Mayor's Challenge. It also is a great reminder of how much passion and energy these city innovators are bringing to their work.
What we want to do is switch on the enterprise gene.
Create trust networks around elderly people.
Our idea is on youth unemployment. This is a staggering problem in Europe.
A virtual and physical meeting point.
Exploring and exploiting the underground energy field of our cities.
Harnessing all the knowledge and creativity.
Imagine yourself blind, going to the public institution, trying to solve your problem.
Help cities to improve mobility.
Getting around should be easy in Krakow.
A network of artistic mobile workshop.
Harness those skills.
Reinstall the faith in local democracy. Thank you.
You hear my heart beating because I can actually
Create a great urban digital analog platform
To reduce health inequalities and poverty in the city.
where resources and opportunities are not lost.
Improve lives so that people can live longer and live better.
We had a wonderful exchange with the other partners.
It was really us sharing opinions and insights.
We get incredible feedback from them, good moments with them too.
It's good to be here.
Here we are, where you are the 21 finalists, and yet we ask you to work together to help each other. May the best city win.
Thank you. So, we believe that great things can happen when individuals in government are given the space and the authority to innovate, and that's really what the Mayor's Challenge is all about. So I'd like to now introduce Bertine. He's the president and the CEO of MedTech, which designs, develops, and markets innovative robotic systems that improve neurosurgical outcomes. He's rightly been called a revolutionary high-tech entrepreneur, but to us, he's just one member of our very esteemed selection committee. He also happens to be our selection committee member from France. So Bertine, please come and join us.
Thank you, James. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Bertine Nahum, and I am thrilled to be here to help announce the winners of the Mayor's Challenge for Europe. The selection committee just finished several hours of deliberation at the headquarters of the Organization for Economic Development and Cooperation, where another member of our selection committee, Lamia Kamal Shawi, is an advisor. Selecting the winners was the culmination of nearly a year working to find and elevate 5 great ideas for transforming cities. Each of the final 5 show vision and creativity, are achievable, can have a big impact, and, importantly, can spread. It's been an honor to participate and amazing to see how the competition has brought out the spirit of innovation and risk-taking in city governments around Europe, just as the first Mayor's Challenge did in the US. Mike Bloomberg has made that spirit a hallmark of his career in business, government, and philanthropy. He understands how important strong city leadership is and how cities can help us tackle many of the big challenges facing our world. During the Bloomberg administration, New York, as a leader in improving public health and confronting climate change, crime fell to record lows, while jobs rose to record highs. In City Hall, his administration sought ways to use public-private partnership to find new solutions to hold problems, improve lives, and make New York a better place to live. I think I'd be the first to tell you that his administration looked to other cities for opportunities to collaborate on common challenges and was never shy about copying the best ideas. The work his foundation is doing is helping show how a powerful role philanthropy can play in emboldening governments to act in new, untested ways. And the Mayor's Challenge is a great example of that. It's really the first competition of its kind, and it's doing a lot to unlock creativity and improve lives. So please, help me welcome Mike Bloomberg.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Bettine, thank you, and bonjour. This is the culmination of a very exciting journey for Bloomberg Philanthropies and for the cities who participated in the Mayor's Challenge Europe. We did this in the United States last year, and I have no idea what we're going to do next year, but I'm glad we came to Europe just under a year ago, launching this competition and inviting European cities to submit their ideas. The response was really incredible. We received thoughtful, insightful proposals from throughout Europe. 155 cities from 28 different countries entered the competition, from Portugal to Bulgaria, from Finland to Greece. Their ideas touched on every aspect of city life. We heard promising proposals on fighting poverty and unemployment, and for improving energy efficiency and preparing for climate change. We heard great ideas for improving transportation systems and for improving city government. A couple of interesting themes emerged. For instance, there were very few proposals for city projects that only involved government. Instead, we saw a lot of ideas for public-private partnerships and for engaging citizens in the work of building better cities. We also saw a lot of ideas for using digital technology as a ways to help cities and people work more effectively. Taken together, the responses showed how much powerful thinking is happening in cities. Cities are coming up with bold new solutions to the big challenges that our world faces, and they're looking for ways to make innovation more common in every area of city government. Philanthropy can help make that possible, and that's what the Mayor's Challenge is really all about. It aims to inspire creative thinking and to help city leaders challenge assumptions, take risks, and try new ideas. The contest then provides resources to help turn the very best of those ideas into reality. Cities are a major focus of Bloomberg Philanthropies' work because, increasingly, what happens in cities is charting the course for the rest of the world. Cities are home to a majority of the world's people for the first time in history, and while no two cities are the same, mayors face many of the same challenges, and they can learn a lot from each other. That's why one of the key criteria we look for in this contest is how easily ideas can be replicated by other cities. After all, more than ever, we're in this together, and one city's creative thinking can ripple outwards and improve lives across oceans. And that's true about Paris's public bike sharing program, which helped inspire New York City's city bike system. It's true about the policies that we created in New York to make public spaces smoke-free, which cities across the world have since adopted. And it's true about the bus rapid transit systems that South American cities like Rio and Bogota pioneered, which cities on every continent are learning from as they work to clean their air and reduce the carbon emissions that are driving climate change. The winner of the first Mayor's Challenge in the United States, the U.S. city of Providence, Rhode Island, won a proposal to increase the number of words that preschool children are exposed to by working closely with their parents. Providence's program can help cities rethink the way they approach early childhood education. In fact, all of last year's winners have the potential to transform the ways cities think about the key challenges that they face. The same is true about many of the ideas we receive from European cities. But the winners we'll announce today represent the best of the best ideas for improving lives by being selected by a committee of volunteers from every background and all across Europe who came together, spent a lot of their time evaluating, arguing, convincing each other, and finally, just not very long ago, an hour or so, coming to a conclusion. And we will now announce those winners. Our selection committee helped us pick the 21 best proposals out of the 155 original responses, which was difficult to do. A few months ago, you saw in the video, we invited the 21 finest cities to an intensive two-day ideas camp in Berlin, where city teams discussed and refined their proposals. I was there, and I had a chance to hear cities present their ideas in person, and it was a great example of how cities can compete with each other, but actually cooperate as well and collaborate as well, and help cities bring out the best among them. In the weeks since Berlin, cities have been working to stretch, refine, and strengthen their ideas, and this morning, our selection committee here in Paris did pick the 5 winners, and they have made their selections official, which brings us to this moment when I get to announce which cities have won. The grand prize winner will receive 5 million euros to implement their idea, and the 4 runners-up will receive 1 million euros each. But let me just say, these 5 cities aren't the only winners in this competition. Some other participating cities will pursue their ideas that they submitted even if they don't win, and we'll continue to work with them to keep their ideas moving forward. And also, incidentally, Bloomberg Philanthropies is going to look through all of the responses from the 155 cities, and particularly the 21 that were in the final group, to see whether any of those that we think can be helped, and to see, from a personal point of view, how I, as the president of C40, can tell the other 69 cities that these ideas were here and maybe it's something that you could use. Okay, the moment has arrived, and I am excited to announce the winners of the Mayor's Challenge. The first winner is Athens. Athens, Greece. This city devised a really smart online platform for helping citizens mobilize and take action to improve their communities and to show government how and where they could cut red tape to make community involvement easier and more effective. The second winning city is Barcelona, Spain. The city focused on improving lives for older residents, a growing challenge for cities around the world as their populations age. In Barcelona, more than 1 out of every 5 people is over age 65, and to make sure that they have access to care and services, the city will create individualized networks of public and private support for older people. It is an especially powerful way to help older people without a family support system. The third winning city is Curlews in the United Kingdom. And this city proposed a really smart ways to tap into the power of the shared economy and to show how cities can help maximize its potential. They'll develop an online platform to list underused resources available from city government and community groups, everything from cars and unused spaces to people's free time and skill sets, and then make them accessible for community needs. The fourth winning city is Stockholm, Sweden. To combat climate change and protect the local environment, the city will help residents convert organic waste into biochar, a material that increases tree growth, captures carbon, and cleans stormwater runoff. The program can help the city in a lot of ways, and it's something the other cities can learn from and replicate. The fifth winning city is Warsaw, Poland. The city proposed a great idea to help blind and visually impaired residents navigate Warsaw faster, more easily, and more independently. Their program will create a series of audio signals built into the streetscape and on buses and taxis, which can be activated by a special mobile app. So congratulate everyone. Let's give them a big round of applause. Now, each of these cities will receive 1 million euros, but just one city will win the grand prize, 5 million euros. And all of us here are about to find out which is the grand prize winning city. And I had an idea. I had our team get that city on the phone so that they could hear the announcement. Bertine, can I have the winning envelope, please? If you think we aren't doing this dramatic just for the cameras, you're crazy. Of course we're doing it for the cameras. And the grand prize is Barcelona. Barcelona, can you hear me? Is this Mayor Trias?
Yes.
Mayor, I have some great news for you.
Thank you very much.
Barcelona is the grand prize winner of the Mayor's Challenge Europe. How does it feel to be a winner?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you to other cities. Thank you very much, Bloomberg Philanthropies. For us, it's very important because, you know, we have a very important demographic change. We have an expectancy of life, the women's 86 years. That is a very important change. And we want to work very hard as a smart city of reference. To be a smart city wants to apply the new technology to the well-being of the people. And that is very important for us.
Well, congratulations. And congratulations to all the 5 winning cities and to the other 16 that did not win. We want to work with you and see if we can't help you get your ideas implemented as well. The terms of the deal going in were a committee, which I was not part of and certainly wasn't privileged to know about their deliberations, picked the ones that they thought the best, and I think they did a wonderful job, and I wanted to thank all of them for all of their hard work, their insight and expertise, and all of our other great partners in the Mayor's Challenge. Eurocities, who helped us engage cities, LSE Cities from the London School of Economics, our research partner, and Resta, our partner in executing the competition. Each of these organizations played a key role in making the competition so successful in Europe, and they're all doing great work helping cities innovate and improve lives. So thank you all again, and to all the cities that entered the contest, and hopefully we'll be able to implement a lot more than just these 5 cities' ideas. It will help our cities and help each other and help the whole world. So congratulations. We'll be happy to take some questions if anybody has any. On the press, yes, Miss. Did Paris compete? Paris did compete. I wasn't on the selection committee. Don't look at me. I was honored in Paris last night, and you know, if they'd won, they'd won. But Paris is a wonderful city, and all kidding aside, there were 4 or 5 French cities that competed and all had great ideas. It's just that the committee thought that another one of the ideas was something that could be more applicable to other cities or not. But you have a new mayor here in Paris, and I'm going to go and see her. I know her, and I'm going to go see her later on this afternoon, and I will commiserate with her. Yes, Miss.
Yes, good morning. I would like to know how is the idea run. That's to say, is only the idea, or could you check how is running already?
The competition was to come up with ideas that we thought were implementable and also transferable to other cities. Those were the criteria. There are people that may have great ideas, but other cities couldn't use it, or ideas that were great, but in a practical sense, because of the politics in their city or the economics of the world, just weren't practical to implement. So it was all 3 of those criteria. And the back?
Could the competition include in the future also cities outside Europe?
We will, I guarantee you, start talking about that by Monday, if I can keep Jim quiet for that length of time. We did it in the United States. It was his idea. He deserves all the credit. It worked very well. All 5 of the winners and some of the other cities are going ahead and doing their programs. He came to me and said we should do Europe, and I said, well, it's hard, different languages, different cultures, and that sort of thing. You know, all the cities in America, while different, are much more homogeneous. He said, look, I know what I'm doing, so I went with him. And their next thing is obviously to try to do it someplace else. And we'll see when we have something to announce. We'll be sure you're on the mailing list. Other questions? In the back here.
Oui, bonjour, Ulysse Gosset. Monsieur le Maire, what is for you the #1 challenge for cities today in the world, as half of the population of the world will be living in cities now? What would be for you the #1 priority? Is it climate? Is it pollution? Is it...
Well, every city has, in some senses, the same problems. There's people that, unlucky, come from broken families and don't have the guidance they need, and kids get into trouble. The school systems in some cities are better than others, but we could improve even the best ones. Better education is going to give people more opportunities. Crime is a fact of life. Pollution is certainly a fact of life. Some cities are on the water and worry about flooding. Other cities worry about not having enough water coming into their cities. Drought is a very big issue for a lot of places in the world. The need for social services as the population ages. All of those are things that every city has as a problem, every mayor has on the top of her or his list. It's a question of how you want to approach it. In some cases, you're lucky enough to have the resources from the private sector or from another form of part of government. And in some cases, there's no political will to do it. But whether it's public health or public safety, whether it's that or public education, job creation, all of those things are top priorities for mayors. And in my case, we have a very big problem in the United States with guns. It's a problem that almost no other civilized city has. It's a disgrace, but we work very hard to try to do something about that. We have a lot of undocumented people in the United States, what we would do, you might call illegal aliens, but people who've come to America for a better life. And our government has been unwilling to pass immigration reform. It's not something the city can do, but at a federal level, we have to have it. Having said that, the people that live in our city, even whether undocumented, we have to make sure that they're safe and can try to work their ways up to becoming citizens and contributing to our economy. So it's different in every place. I'm concerned with the environment partially because of New York City, but also because of C-40. And so my interest is in perhaps more on the environment or different kinds of environmental problems, whereas a mayor typically would be involved in only one or two at the same time. Yes, over here, we need a microphone.
Thanks a lot. When you were mayor of New York, sir, what was your personal challenge, the greatest one?
Getting through talking to the press every day.
A great challenge.
I had a press conference almost every day. I don't know any other elected official that does that, although I will say that I always like the challenge. I don't know there's any one thing. Number one, it's a long time ago. I've been focusing on other things. But the opportunity to make a difference was really something that I will remember for the rest of my life. And you never know who you're going to help or something. When you're walking down the street and somebody with sort of a nasty look on their face comes down the street towards you and you think, oh my God, they're going to complain about something, and they see you and all of a sudden a big smile breaks out and says, thank you so much for a good school for my kid, or thank you so much for the job I got, or thank you so much my neighborhood's cleaner, or thank you so much, it's a great park to go to, or the cultural institutions. Those kinds of things are, you'd have to be pretty callous not to have a smile on your face after that. The individual challenges, they're always things. And there's no one step. There's no what we would say magic bullets to solve any one problem. Obesity is a very big problem throughout the world, and we're making a lot of progress. People made fun of our big gulp where we tried to limit the cup size. The fact of the matter is we won that. The Coca-Cola company's coming out with a new Coke with much smaller bottles because that really did resonate with the public. And even if the court stopped us from enforcing something, you can win that. Smoking cessation, all of Western Europe, main cities. If I told you you would get smoking out of not every Paris restaurant and bar, but most, you would have said, you're out of your mind. Could not happen. Same thing in Italy, same thing in Ireland. And yet, in fact, a lot fewer people smoke. In New York City, life expectancy is now 3 years greater than the national average. And it's 3 years greater than it was when I took office. And that is a number that includes smoking cessation, it includes reducing fire deaths, it includes reducing traffic deaths, it includes getting rid of trans fats in your food, a whole bunch of things that get represented by one number. Life expectancy is a combination of crime and personal things that you can control and things that are beyond your control. Our school system, we made enormous progress in reducing the gap between poor and middle-class people. Typically, there are racial disparities, but it's really an economic thing that is behind all of it. We didn't get to where you want to be, where everybody gets the same results, same education, but we made a lot of progress. And I think we left a roadmap for succeeding administrations in education, crime fighting, job creation, supporting culturals, all of those things, some of which successive administrations will follow, some of which they will unfortunately walk away from, and some of which they'll improve and do even better. Anything else? Be happy to answer any other questions. If not, I'm going to meet the mayor and have some lunch, which I haven't had yet. And I just wanted to say thank you for those of you who are French. I was honored last night by the French government, and I can only think of what my French teacher in the 8th and 9th grade, when I got a D in French, would be thinking if she could see me now. She wouldn't believe it. Anyways, thank you all and congratulations. Thank you to those who made this possible, and thank you all for working so hard. I'm sorry for those that did not win, and I'm thrilled for those that did. And for those that didn't win, don't walk away from your ideas. If they're good ideas, you got to be able to find other ways to implement it. It's just another challenge. It's certainly nothing that ends it. So God bless and thank you for your time.